Hello, friends. This is Alia Jamal, the love coach, coming here for the next part to our 30-day series, Relationship with Yourself. And today we are on day 19. And today we are talking about being stuck in the worst case scenario. When we are stuck in that level of consciousness, it is a symptom or a sign of a disconnect within us. So if your relationship with yourself is not rock solid, your mind will keep going into worst case scenario. That is one of the way we feel safe, we feel in control, and we feel like I am somebody, which is a very, very, very toxic way of getting to those feelings or getting to that level of significance. What it does, it sucks a lot of energy out of our mind, thinking about what if this happened, what if that happened, what if this happened, what if that happened. It's draining us of our life force. And it's almost like we are taking a knife and just hurting ourselves all day long. We are bleeding. We don't care. We are in so much pain that we cannot feel. So that is a very self-abusive relationship right there. That's why whenever you find yourself stuck in worst case scenario, become aware. That is a sign your relationship with yourself is not a healthy one. So now let's look into what do we do? Um, the first thing that you can focus on, why can't you have the best case scenario? Bring that question to your mind. The first thing you will see, if this is your way of being, your mind will have nothing to say. It's just going to go blank because your consciousness cannot, your current level of consciousness is so far off to, I can have it all. Life can be better for me too. I can have this or that or what other people have. It can actually be beautiful. It's tied to your self-worth. So this is the outward symptom of when the self-worth has an issue. When we think we cannot have all the good that belongs to this world or to this experience. So first, start asking yourself, what if it works out better than I even imagined? And see what happens. Maybe you'll have ants crawling all over your skin because it just feels so uncomfortable. And then start asking yourself, why do you think you cannot have it all? This is more of a journal question, of course. You'll sit down and you'll try to write, why do I keep going into the worst case scenario? What does it do for me? Because it's doing something for you. And I can give you the answer, but of course, most of us, we don't realize that that is the answer and gives you significance. It gives you control in that moment. When we go into worst case scenario, we feel like we are in control. So that is revealing another layer, is lack of trust in yourself, that if something, no matter what happened, you'll be fine. That is one. Lack of trust in the higher power, lack of trust in the universe or creation in general. So this surface level symptom going into worst case scenario has already revealed some work is needed in the self-worth department and the trust department. And those are the key to any relationship. And in this conversation, in this series, we are focusing on relationship with yourself. If you really want to have a beautiful relationship with yourself, it's very important to step into that divine worthiness every single day, to increase that trust in yourself, trust in the higher power, trust in the universe every single day. These are the skills that we work on every single day, just like any other relationship. You cannot ignore any relationship on regular basis. It will go bad. Every relationship requires daily nurturing. So ask yourself why it is so hard for you to trust yourself that no matter what happened, you'll be okay. What are you so afraid of? Now that brings us to the third layer, that is exposing deep down somewhere we are so afraid of not living or being or who we think we want to be. But somehow our solution is, instead of going towards faith, we keep going into more fear. Because what if it's a fear-based thought process? So what would it take for you to step into faith? What would it take for you to step into trusting that life can turn out even better than you ever imagined? What would it take for you to realize that you can have it all? You are worthy of having it all. So these are the questions you can work through with yourself and see what comes up for you. But most importantly, start introducing this in your life. And that is, what if it works out the best? And then start training yourself. What is that scenario? For example, you're leaving for a trip to Europe. And because I'm in the US, I'm talking if you're going from here to Europe. And let's say this is your first time going there. Let's say you're going with somebody, this is your first time traveling with them. What's going to happen the night before your flight? All the what if will come. What if my flight gets late? What if I get to airport late? What if I don't wake up on time? What if my taxi gets late? What if this person is not a kind person to travel with? What if I don't know how things are gonna go in Europe? What if I lose my passport? What if I lose myself? What if I can't communicate with people in my language? What if I cannot find the food that I like? What if I start missing home? All kind of what ifs will come to you. In that moment, if that is how you live, in that moment, pause, take a deep breath, and then repeat everything as, what if I have the best time in my life? How would it feel? What if this person, I become best friends with them? What if I find the most delicious food? What if I get to airport on time? What if I get the best seat in the plane? What if I get there and I am so rejuvenated? Start training yourself with what if the best case scenario. You will be rewiring your brain, and your brain is going to, it's really going to fight back with you. I would tell you from my personal experience and the experience of my clients, it will fight back with you. It will say, no, this is not how it is. It is bad. And everything will go bad. Everything will go wrong. Because there's a very specific biochemistry that gets created when we are in the worst case scenario and when we are in the best case scenario. And your brain needs time to get used to the different kind of biochemistry, to get used to different kind of neurotransmitters, the chemicals that are being released. It is going to take some time. It is going to take some practice. And another way you can go about it, you can always reach out to me and start working on building a different foundation of self-trust, building a different foundation of faith, building a different foundation of your own worthiness that you can have it all. So those are longer routes. This is the shorter one. You can just start training yourself with the best case scenario and start telling yourself, what if everything works out the best? Just last night, I was telling my son a story from my day, and he said, what if it doesn't work out? And I paused and I paid attention to where my mind went. My mind was like, nope, there's only one way, and that is the best outcome ever. And I could see the work I have done on myself and how it showed up that my mind didn't go to fear. So then I looked at my son and I said, you know what? What if comes from fear? Why we are so afraid? Why can't we trust that we will have everything work out the perfect way? And you know, kids, they are much better than us adults. He looked at me, he said, Mommy, I didn't know it's coming from fear. Okay, I'll change it to the best case scenario. So, what if we all can become like these little kids who are so open to shift our awareness, to shift our consciousness? So, today I'm leaving you with, what if it works out the best way possible, even better than you could imagine? So if this is the kind of work you're ready to do, you can always reach out to me. Go to my website, aliajamalcoaching.com, and you can book a consultation with me. I would love to be your guide in truly creating what I call it heaven on earth, because you get to have whatever you want. That is all for today. I'll see you all next time. Sending love. Bye.